Most CEOs say they care about customer trust. Very few build it into their product.
Treat trust like a product feature.
Today we have Sukhinder Singh Cassidy, the CEO of Xero. Hi, I'm Kev, a global conference speaker and platform adoption leader. I've worked at companies with millions of users, and my own work has been featured in CNBC, Adweek, Wall Street Journal, and a few other places. Throughout my career, I'm always curious, how do we build trust with customers, especially in this AI era? That's what this show is about, expand trust. Every episode, I sit down with the CEO to see how they're building trust with customers in this AI era. My first guest runs one of the most successful financial platforms in the world. With millions of customers across dozens of countries, I'm curious how Xero builds trust with customers. This all started when I was on Xero's support page, and I found a public email address for the CEO. Not a chat bot, not a forum, but an email address dedicated just to the CEO. I had to know the story behind it. I reached out, and thankfully, Sukhinder Singh Cassidy is open to sharing how Xero is building trust. The first thing I wanted to understand was the foundation. With millions of financial records, I'm curious how Xero is building trust with customers.
Well, first of all, we try and really focus on the purpose and vision of the customer with every Xero we hire. Secondly, we work really hard to listen and co-design products with our customers. The recent homepage had 33,000 customers who joined in our design of that product. 3, we try and provide a very reliable and secure platform. After all, we are holding customers' personal financial data, and it's important that the product itself is credible and secure. And 4th, we try and be responsible stewards of both your data and now more recently, even our efforts in AI. We believe it's important that customers know how we're going to act with their data and act in AI.
2 things stuck out to me from that answer. 33,000 customers helped design the website. And the second one is how they are stewards of AI. After a product launch, people are excited to use it. By day 15, maybe day 30, the novelty of this new product starts wearing off. And that's where the real work begins. How does Xero build trust with customers in the first 30 days?
In terms of first 30-day onboarding experience and trust, I think what we do there to build trust is really try and create an easy and intuitive onboarding experience. We give you guided setup. We make sure you have access to support, whether that's in Xero Central or more recently through AI-enabled chat, and that can also get you to an expert very quickly. I think these are all important aspects of being able to get to a human to help. And then, of course, we try and make sure that if you need even more advice, we can connect you with things like trusted advisors through the partner directory. So what we're really trying to do all the way through here is make onboarding as seamless as possible. Make sure you have access to help when you need it. The last thing I'll say about onboarding is it's important, obviously, all the way through to be hyper-vigilant about really guarding customer data.
3 things from that answer stood out to me. First, Xero offers AI chat, but then escalates to human. Second, they offer a directory of trusted advisors. And third, Xero is hyper-vigilant about customer data. They really baked trust into their system. Sukhinder didn't just tell us what they're doing, she's providing frameworks on how we can build trust in our products. One thing Xero is doing is often overlooked by other companies.
Number 1, treat trust like a product feature, right? Not just a value statement. And think about how you infuse trust throughout your product. Again, I'll come back to that AI example, giving our customers the ability to see an audit trail for how we've done something like auto bank rec, to take control, and if they want to, do it a different way. These are important safeguards in the product that help continue to build trust. Number 2, keep humans in the loop for high stakes decisions. I think this is important because, one can sense that maybe, AI should do everything, but I think the value of human judgment remains. In our case, accountants and bookkeepers are strategic partners in the product. And so I think more B2B companies should think about that magical combination of AI-powered capabilities with humans in the loop. And lastly, I think the third way that everyone should think about building trust is co-designing products with your customers and showing them what you're doing with all their suggestions. So we have something called Partner Central, and we also have another area called Xero Product Ideas. Recently we We really showed customers what we're doing to close the loop on their product ideas through a newsletter called The Long and the Short of It, where every quarter they can see what's coming and which of their ideas got closed.
What's often overlooked is closing the feedback loop. A lot of companies take in product feedback from customers, but don't always tell the customer how that feedback is shaping the experience. At Xero, they send a newsletter to customers, letting them know which ideas made into the product and which ones didn't. Part of that newsletter is sharing the thinking behind the company's decisions. That newsletter lets customers know how leadership is thinking about the future of the company. This is important because it builds trust and it shows the company is investing in a better product experience.
I hope this gives you some sense for how we think about trust and how we think others might as well. Thanks for your questions.
Thank you, Sukhinder Singh Cassidy. And the thing that keeps coming back from this conversation is building trust as a feature, not something you just write on an about page or in an onboarding email, but it's actually part of your infrastructure. An example of this is the CEO public email address I found. By providing a public email address to the CEO, they're showing customers and future customers how much they care. Xero is a great example of what trust looks like when it's taken seriously. I interview CEOs about how they're building trust in the AI era. In the comments, write a CEO you'd like us to interview next. I'm Kev, and this is Expand Trust. Follow along, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.